The 350 Rand Social Relief of Distress grant is being reintroduced to help unemployed South Africans weather the economic storm that COVID-19 has caused. The Social Security Agency, Sassa, is tasked with getting that grant up and running again. And in 6 days, they have received, listen to this, over 4.5 million applications. It just shows you the level of desperation and how much need there is for that grant at this time. Well, I'm joined now by Sassa spokesperson Paseka Letsatsi to tell us the very latest. Gosh, that is a lot of applicants in a very short space of time, Mr. Letsatsi. What happens now?
Good evening, Sally, and thanks for having us. I think from now, we just want to give the information to the applicants that the application for the 350 grant is open until month end. And the reason why we're making this information available is because since last week Friday until now, we've got 4.5 million applicants who have been processed. But Sally, I think I need to tell you this, that we're experiencing, as of last night, about 5,000 applications which were coming through a minute. And I think we just want to pass the message to the applicants that they have until month end of August to make the applications, because the more they make the applications at the same time, they clog the system and it becomes slower.
All right, so they must take a breath. They will get their money. They just need to know that they don't have a deadline until they've got till the end of the month. 4.5 million applicants so far. How many are you kind of expecting?
On the last cycle, we had close to 7 million people. We think the numbers, as they came through, we think will definitely be around that number, or it can go up. But what we know is that there are people who might have lost jobs. We also know that there might have been people who went back, like, for an example, those who might have been operating with the salons, for an example. They might have opened their salons and they are working. So the system is such that it will then be able to pick it up who is working and who's not working, because we definitely bounce it. Once you make an application, we bounce it with other government agencies, in this instance from UIF, NSFAS, and so on. And we also want to appeal to people that if you know that you are getting something, please do not make an application, because we need to give this money to people who need it most.
Yeah, it's so important. And you're right, you have to bounce it around the various departments to make sure that other claims are not being made and that person really is in need of that money. So that obviously takes a little bit of time. How soon will the people that have applied so far, how soon will they get their money?
We are targeting to make sure that the first payment of people can go through by month end of August. So we are working 24 hours around the clock, Sally, to make sure that we process as many people as possible, because we know that each and every day which goes by without people having anything to put on their table, it's very difficult for people. So we are making sure as an organization that we do everything in our power to make sure that by month end, at least people start getting the 350 grant that is due to them.
Do they have to reapply every month?
Look, Sally, what we have been doing is that the conditions of people change from month to month. This will be the first month. But obviously what we do, there's a verification processes which we then do every month, and just to check if the conditions of people have changed, because you might not be working, Sally, this month, and next month you might get an employment. So we have to take people through the verification processes to make sure that we don't give people money who do not deserve it.
So am I correct in my understanding is once you've put your application in, the next month you will obviously still run those same people through those checks and balances, but they don't actually have to reapply? Is that correct?
No, that's correct, Sally. And what we want to appeal to people, especially, Sally, those who have bank accounts, we are appealing to them that please give us our bank accounts, because it makes your life easy. We have made an observation that majority of people prefer not to give us the bank accounts. They prefer to go to the post office. Hence, we find the snakes at the post office. And with this COVID-19, we are trying to fight it. So we are appealing to the applicants. Please, if you have your bank account, we are appealing to you. Please give it to us. It will make your life easy, and the money will definitely go into your bank account.
Yeah, that's such an important point you've made there because, as you say, with 4.5 million people already applying, you're expecting upwards of 7 million people trying to access this grant. You do not want extra long queues. You want to be able to put it into people's bank accounts. Thank you so much for that update and good luck with processing all those applications.